The procedural walking system is a way that you can create lots of animation really fast. So let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to show you the panel right here. The way it works is we have these Automatron loops. Each one of these loops are basically procedural instructions on how to move the right foot and the left foot and make one full walking cycle. We can add these to the queue right here just by clicking this button here. So as you can see, the loop that I have selected is also selected here. I hit this button, I add it to the queue, and we keep adding it one after the other. And let's put some march in there. And it keeps adding those in. And as you can see, now we have 8 clips. They're ready to go. Each clip is a right footstep and a left footstep. Each of these footsteps is going to take 10 frames. That's what the speed is. And as you can see here, it all adds up to 160 frames. First, we're going to start by pressing the Initialize button. The Initialize button will erase all the animation that's in your bot right now. So be careful that you don't have animation in there that you want to keep, because you're going to lose it. So let's hit the Initialize button. And now we're going to hit the Do It button. Here we have the animation. Let's go ahead and play it. So there he does all his all the things we thought he was going to do. As you see, he walks along. Let me move this back in so we can see what we had in our queue here. He walks along 3 times, 3 full cycles, then he gets depressed, and then he does some marching and salutes us. Isn't that nice? So let's look at the parameters here that we have for each of these walk cycles. When I click on a queue entry, let's click on the first or second one here, I'm going to hit the Edit button. Now let's go through and discuss each of these parameters. The most important one is the scale. This is how long his foot stride is going to be, or how far the character will travel for each one of these footsteps. Angle, you can actually turn the character to walk at an angle. So let's go ahead and set this at 45. And the speed. Remember, this is how many frames it's going to take for one footstep to occur. There are 2 footsteps per cycle. Weight will control the amount of up and down motion of the hips. Sway will control the side-to-side motion of the hips. Knee bend is something that is used with the fixer options down here. These fixtures are actually subroutines that run after the solution is created to fix such things as the leg length. The higher this parameter is here, the more the knees are going to bend. If it's at 0, then we'll have a complete straight leg in some situations. Drunk will add a little bit of randomness to where the feet land. Foot bow will have your feet bow out or become pigeon toe with negative values. Spread will have the feet spread out, so at a value of 0, like this, will have the feet walking as though they're on a tightrope, and value 100 will have the feet landing exactly under each hip, and it goes up to, I think, about 400, where we have the feet spreading far apart. Foot lift will scale the amount of foot lifting that you have in your animation. These values up here, like spine, head, right arm, and left arm, will have us scaling the amount of arm activity, head activity, and spine activity that are coming from each one of these loops. So a value of 100 basically just leaves alone the Automatron loop and let it does what it does. A value of 0 will scale the effect of the Automatron loop's effect on each of those elements all the way down to 0. So let's go here, and I'm going to also change, let's do this to do 45 on that as well. This should have the character turning around completely after 2 steps. So let's go ahead and do it, and we'll see what happens. So let's go ahead and watch this, and we see our character turns around completely. So I'm going to go in here and let's put check these values out here. Let's put the foot spread back to 100. And now you can also go in here and you can edit all the parameters at once by hitting the all button during edit mode. So if I want all the loops to have a 45-degree angle rotation, actually I'm going to set it to 22.5. Now everything in there will have an angle of 22.5, and let's go ahead and see what that looks like. Now the character is going in a complete circle. I can also hit this button here, and what this will do is instead of having all the parameters from all that single parameter from each of the cues edit, from let's say depression 2 on down, we're going to have it be a minus 22.5. And as you can see, every cue after that one will be edited. And the same thing would go for here. If I hit the before edit button and I go up here, I can edit, let's say Seawalk 4. I'm going to change this to 45. And so you can see everything before that is changed for that particular parameter. Let's go ahead and see what that does. Now each one of these cue entries can be moved up and down. So here I can move depression all the way to the top. I can duplicate it. I can cut it. And edit all these things here. So that's your basic walking system. There you go.